think he's saying that aliens are angels or that angels are aliens?
I think he thinks that aliens are angels and demons. Threw me for a loop when he heard it, and he's such a rational guy that I respect. And if you listen to that podcast, this is probably not good to talk about because we might get censored. It's that deep, right? Podcast this week, which is a huge breakthrough.
I saw. How was that?
He's awesome. We hit it off so well.
That's so cool.
I'm running a bunch of his marketing now.
That's awesome. Good for you.
Yeah, for sure. It's exciting. We're gonna do the marketing for Dropping Bombs. He has a sales training business called Real Training, but the goal there is a lot of his clients from Lightspeed.bt, obviously they need digital marketing. So.
Right.
But he's cool. He's just he's a regular dude.
He is. He's very easygoing.
Yeah.
I met him once a long time ago. I'm gonna be at the podcast summit this weekend in Atlanta. He's going to be there. I think he's the headliner.
Oh, yeah, he's speaking there.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's speaking there. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, his whole thing is I'm not a podcaster.
Okay.
His attitude is I'm a businessman.
Got it.
Yeah. But that's just his perspective.
I can relate to that. I agree. Like, even though I am a podcaster, like, I feel like I use this podcast to conduct business.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, smart.
It's a filter. It's a medium, you know?
Right, for sure. Very cool. You got my brain tweaking right now.
Let's do it. Listen, we're rolling.
Yeah.
We've been talking.
Yeah.
Let's keep it going.
All right. No, I would argue I don't claim to be a marketing guru.
Yeah.
What I am really good at is sales. So
how'd you get started?
So I used to work for a marketing company in upstate New York. In Rochester, it was a digital marketing company. And I was an entry-level salesperson, literally cold calls, learned the game of sales, networking, et cetera. And eventually I became very good at sales. I mean, I set every record there.
That's awesome.
Like, imagine, like, you like basketball?
Of course.
You know how Wilt Chamberlain has all these unbreakable records? Those are my sales records.
That's incredible.
And
people really take for granted how much of a useful skill it is to learn to sell.
No doubt. No doubt. And I think every entrepreneur should know it.
Oh, yes.
I don't care what line of work you're in.
I agree.
Podcasting, you should know how to sell somebody,
yes,
right?
Of course.
But I learned that. I learned digital marketing. I was there for 17 years, and I also became the vice president of sales. So I really learned how to manage the company,
you climbed the ropes.
Climb the ropes. And then at one point I just said, I'm sick of making someone else rich. Why don't I go make a couple bucks myself? So it's all I've known for 22 years. But I'm a sales-first marketer.
Where'd you grow up?
Rochester, New York.
Rochester, New York. I'm from Queens.
Are you? Okay.
Yeah.
Most people don't even consider us New Yorkers.
Yeah, I know what you mean. But I think Rochester gets like swarmed in, you know? Because I think the cutoff is really Westchester.
For sure.
I think Rochester, you guys are part of New York.
Yeah, I agree.
Weren't you guys like one of the first cities to have COVID? Wasn't that like the whole city locked down? I recall that.
They weren't.
That was crazy. I remember that.
It's so long ago now.
Yes.
Wow, it's 5 years ago.
Isn't that crazy?
Unbelievable.
Time flies.
That was, I don't remember that off the top of my head, but I will tell you this. I'm not a political guy.
Yeah.
I really stay out of it. That did force me to be a little bit political.
I know what you mean.
And I realized I was just kind of like, wait a minute, I don't want the government infringing on my rights.
Right.
I don't want to be told what to do. I really just want to be left alone. So it just kind of took me from like a moderate guy to just kind of pushed me over to the right. Yeah. I don't care what people have freedom of religion and freedom of politics. But
Eric, I think you and a lot of people, myself included, right? I'm someone who I voted Obama, Hillary, Trump.
Wow. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like a lot of people went right.
Yep.
And so many things occurred that I think COVID was good and bad depending how you look at it, right? It was good because I think it created a reset that allowed opportunity to flow a little bit better. Mm-hmm. I think things were stagnant around 2019. And I think once that bomb was blown up, it opened up so many doors. So many millionaires were created from COVID.
Oh, dude, my net worth, ready? Accidentally So I was buying this stupid thing for $700 back in 2017 called Bitcoin.
I knew you were gonna go there.
I know. No, yeah. So, and I was telling all my buddies about it, like, guys, I'm going in on it. They're like, oh, Eric with one of his wacky
How did
things.
you find out about it?
Just because I worked at a company and I did good. When I say this, I made between $300,000 and $500,000.
That's incredible.
It's great money.
Oh yeah.
However, I wanted more. I felt I was capable of more. And I really felt like I capped myself out in terms of income.
I know what you mean.
That makes sense.
It does. It does.
And there's only
Some
so
people might hear that and be
Yeah.
like, "You're making $500,000 a year,"
Yeah.
and you think that's not enough, but they don't get it.
I know.
They don't get it.
I know.
It's not for them.
I was settling too, and that's a whole other story.
Yeah.
But what I was really looking for, Leo, was a lot of I wanted, hey, where should I put this money to try to 10x my income or
Right.
or whatever it may be, and that was one of the investments I made. And then real estate, I crushed it down here too. So I went from being worth $300,000 to $6-7 million just with a little bit of crypto and a little bit of real estate.
That's crazy.
In 18 months.
Wow.
Yep, in 18 months.
How did you buy Bitcoin? Did you set a price and you bought a little bit every week? Or you got some money, all right, now I'm gonna go buy some Bitcoin. Got some money, get some Bitcoin. How did you do it? How did you work it?
I don't claim to be an expert here, but this felt rational to me. Buy and accumulate as much as I reasonably can and have a don't sell number.
Got it.
Right? So I had a certain number of Bitcoin that I was like, unless, can I curse on here?
Of course.
Unless shit hits the fan.
Yeah, you be
right?
yourself.
Unless shit hits the fan, I would never have to sell this. So I just kept investing. Basically, if I got a check for $50,000 and after the bills were paid, if I had an extra $10,000, I would put it in. Basically, it was based on monthly disposable income.
Got it.
But then I started trading a little bit. I wouldn't say it was an expert trader.
Right.
But, one of the easiest things to do is buy the dip. I couldn't wait. I saw a crash.
Yeah.
My one, I'm crashing over here with, $1 million. But man, I'm going to drop $200,000 on this dip. If it goes down, 8-10%, I mean, just buy it.
What gave you confidence to continue buying when it kept going down?
So I love that you just asked that question, and here's why. You will hear people that say this thing is worth this thing isn't worth this, and you have conflicting opinions. All that matters is that there's a group that does believe in it. If there's a group that believes in trading cards, or there's a group that believes in 1971 Chevy classic cars, if there's a group that believes this digital asset
what you're saying.
Is going to be valuable, it's going to be valuable.
There's energy.
Exactly, yeah. And there were enough people that were obsessed about it. And I'm like, this thing is going to hit. But then I researched the science of it. And of course, it made sense.
Yeah. Bitcoin's crazy.
I know.
And I feel like the world is turning towards a digital currency, towards that digital stable coin. Mm-hmm. I do think that Bitcoin can end up becoming the world reserve.
I'm a big conspiracy theorist.
Me too.
There's theories out there that our federal government is going to flip the script eventually. And this is all hearsay, right?
Right.
But, we've heard there's no gold in Fort Knox, but that eventually the goal is to back the dollar with Bitcoin. Is that possible? Talk about a G move by Mr. Trump. He pulled that off.
Right.
But I don't think it's impossible. I don't.
I agree. I don't think it's possible either. Yeah. And to add more to your conspiracy, I've heard that since Nixon took us off the gold, they've been collecting gold.
Wouldn't surprise me.
They've been secretly collecting and stocking up and piling up.
There's no way. Like, this is my thing about conspiracies. Sometimes they're really just fun for me.
For sure.
But usually where there's smoke, there's fire.
Oh, yeah.
But at the end of the day, there's no way whatever we think it possibly is, it's probably either way worse or they've just gotten us to the finish line. Do you know what controlled opposition is? You ever heard of that term?
No.
They allow you to know about 80 to 90%, but they don't let you know the last 10%. So they'll intentionally lead you down the path.
Got it.
Right? So I'll give you an example. So
just to confuse you.
to make you go, I know this is right. I know this is right. Ooh, I found this out.
Right.
But then the actual answer isn't the answer.
Very interesting.
Controlled opposition.
What was the example they were going to give?
Oh, man. I don't So,
I love this convo.
yeah. So, like, okay, we all know there's something goofy in Antarctica. We all know there's something weird going on with Antarctica.
Yes.
So, but is it that all the politicians in the world are getting together and doing a kumbaya, or is it aliens, or is it
Right.
something else? So they allow us to think, oh, there's aliens there maybe, but maybe it's something even crazier. Little things like that.
What do you think it is?
What do I think it is? I don't know. The entire thing could be controlled opposition for the aliens are all hanging out in Nevada, but they have us thinking it's, Antarctica. I don't know.
Right.
I don't claim to know.
Right. I do believe they found, personally, I think they found a lost civilization frozen under the ice
That would be cool.
that goes back 15, 20,000 years, and they don't want to fuck with the way things are, right? Because that would completely change history.
That would be really cool.
Yeah.
Did you ever watch? Do you like Tucker Carlson?
I do.
I like Tucker.
At times, depends who he's interviewing, but at times, yes.
It's interesting you said that. He was throwing softballs at in some of his recent interviews.
Correct,
Right?
yeah.
So I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
But I have a feeling that he's thinking about running in 2028, but what do I know? But I like Tucker a lot. I respect him 9.8 out of 10, right? He's never really done
He'd
or
probably
said
be a good vice president for,
I agree.
for Vance.
I agree. Yeah, good call. But he said something really fascinating. Did you ever watch his Joe Rogan podcast?
Yes, I have. That was a good one.
And Joe Rogan will call you out if he thinks you're crazy.
Oh, yeah, no matter who you are.
No matter what. But he respects Tucker. He knows
Yes,
he's not
for
crazy. Or
sure.
he believes he's not. Tucker believes aliens are angels and demons fighting each other. And he talked about it for 30 minutes straight on the Joe Rogan podcast. And Joe Rogan, you could tell, was looking at him like, wait a minute, do you actually believe this? And they had a 30-minute dialogue about that. Watch it again. It's fascinating.
Wow.
Yeah.
What did you take from that?
I grew up with a single mom, so church religion was never discussed.
Right.
So I was very, I want to say I wasn't an atheist, but I was very, I was an agnostic. It was
Got
more like, it could be true, but you got to prove it to me. But
Were you more science-based?
I was at the time, yes. Whereas today, I would bet my life there's energies we can't see. I truly believe in, reincarnation. I believe in manifestation.
Past lives?
For sure. Yeah, I do. There's a couple of books that really got me emotional that I read. Journey of Souls. If you ever read that book, it's pretty crazy. But anyway, today I'm much more spiritual. It's not that I go to church or I read the Bible, but I'm on that journey. So when I heard Tucker talking about it, it just took me further along down that journey.
I love that. So he thinks that aliens are angels and demons fighting each other.
Yes. He
Very
thinks
interesting.
it's wild. And he says they're supernatural, he calls them. He said, no, they're not coming from 1 trillion miles away. They're coming from the heavens. It's wild to think about.
Do you think he's saying that, wild conversation, do you think he's saying that aliens are angels or that angels are aliens? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. Say that again. Let me say that.
So,
my brain's not working well today.
So do you think he's trying to say that what we call aliens from other planets are actually angels from other dimensions?
Yep.
Or are what we call aliens actual angels, right? Are angels from other planets that we call aliens?
Wow, interesting.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think he thinks that aliens are angels and demons.
Got it.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
Threw me for a loop when he heard it. And he's such a rational guy that I respect.
Yes.
And if you listen to that podcast, this is probably not good to talk about because we might get censored. It's that deep, right? But
I'm all for it.
but I still believe it'll get censored. But watch it again, man, and I think it'll throw you for a loop because he is convinced. And, Tucker is someone that clearly has access to a lot of information. A lot of people reach out to him, give him private information, privately, secretly. So it's not coming from a crazy man's place. And it's just, at the end of the day, it's just going back to the point, Leo, where it's whatever we think it is, it's probably not. And it's probably way more grand. It's way more evil, but way more enlightening than we probably realize.
Just to throw a curveball, and then we'll switch topics on this.
Yeah.
What do you think of Nephilims? Do you know what those are?
Yeah. Weren't they?
They were giants.
Yes, larger. Yeah, they're huge.
That were offsprings of angels mixing with human females, according to the Bible, literally in the Bible.
I think there's.
That's so. Goliath
Yep.
was a Nephilim that David was fighting.
Yeah, David. Yeah. I don't think it's impossible at all. I don't. I don't think
that goes to Tucker's point.
Yep.
Right, that these angels, aliens, came to Earth a long time ago.
Yep.
Mated with these human females, and created these creatures.
Now, what if those? This is what if. This is fascinating.
It's fascinating.
Don't we normally talk? Do you normally talk business on this, or do you go down this road every now and then?
There are some guests where we do go on this road.
Okay.
We eventually make our way back.
Okay.
But we have fun.
No, you gotta have. I get so caught up in business, and I get so focused on business. It's actually very hard for me to detach from business.
I know what you mean.
So sometimes these conversations are actually very refreshing.
I agree. They're so fun.
Imaginative.
Yes.
Like I almost hope what we're saying is right.
I agree.
Yeah. So, but I don't know the answer to any of it. I would tell you today, nothing would surprise me anymore.
I agree.
Truth either way or the other. But yeah, always fascinating to talk about for sure.
Do we live in a simulation?
I think way more likely than unlikely.
Yeah.
You'll see. Have you ever seen some of these people that will take DMT on and they'll record themselves?
Have you done it?
No, never.
Yeah.
Never. I've done everything else in the world. I'm a good boy today, but I was a knucklehead at age 19. I'll give you that. Probably into my young 20s too.
Same.
But I think that almost I don't want to say hardens you, but I think in a lot of ways it makes you. It can build character if it doesn't kill you in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Because you know what? I look at people. This is a whole other conversation we're spinning into now, right?
Yeah.
I actually feel for people with addiction. I have a huge heart.
But it all connects.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Addiction's a bitch, man.
I know. I've been fortunate. Nothing's ever grabbed a hold of me.
I've been addicted several times.
Wow.
Yeah. I was full blown a cocaine addict.
Yeah.
From the age of 16 to about 21, 22.
Wow.
Yeah.
Grant Cardone talks about that all the time.
I mean, for me, it was bad. Like I was involved in it. I was doing it. All my friends were doing it.
Yeah.
And I lost so much weight. I'm already skinny, right? I was like skin and bones. Lost all my friends. Build a ton of tics. Constantly. Like tons of fucking tics.
How creepy.
Yeah, it was weird.
Yeah.
It was weird. Yeah. Someone saved my life and took me out of that world and changed me, and God bless him.
Yeah, I grew up very low socioeconomic and, no father. So the world that takes you in, I always say, is nightlife is ready to take in.
For sure.
The pretty girls that are, that got daddy issues and your buddies all got, it's everybody with issues.
Yes.
Nobody that has a good foundation usually is going out on the scene, as they call it.
Correct.
So you end up just kind of...
Because if you did, you'd be home.
You'd be home. Not right? But yeah, no, that world got a hold of me for a while. It was ugly. And I'm so lucky to be alive. There were times I got arrested for selling it.
As a podcaster, I needed a place to share my voice and hear other stories. That's how Forge Studios was born. A place created not just for me, but for everyone searching for something more. An environment where as soon as you walk in, you feel the energy and you feel welcomed. Where being seen and heard is part of the experience. A place for entrepreneurs to share their journey, for creators to bring ideas to life, for businesses to grow authentically. A space that values mental health, encourages real conversations, and supports those who turns ideas into impact. Here at the Forge Studios, creativity, culture, and purpose aligns and comes together to help you create something greater. A place where we leave the filters behind and we start expressing ourselves for real. The Forge Studio. Your journey starts here. Your impact starts now.
You know, thank God I don't have like a charge on my record or anything. By the luck of God, I always kind of weaseled my way out of trouble. The amount of times I should have gotten a DWI, the amount of times I should have had this and that negative thing happen to me. And then one day at, 23 years old, I had a real bad scare and it just like woke me up. So past 22 years, have I done some dumb stuff? Sure. But, I had to learn the hard way in my young 20s for sure.
Me too.
Yeah.
How do you think all those lessons contribute to being who you are today?
That's what I was going to say. I think what it does is it helps me not to judge people. So whether it's an employee that's having a challenge or whether it's a client that I'm working with or whether it's meeting some dude for the first time and connecting with them on a podcast, I don't pass judgment on anybody. I don't think less of anybody.
Right.
I know people have their struggles. I know people have their addictions. So I think it really helps me not get too full of myself, even though I've had a lot of success recently, especially. And it really keeps me grounded because I'm no better than the next man by any means. I've done my fair share of insanity for sure. So, but yeah, I don't judge people at all.
Eric Winegard,
Yes, sir.
#1 sales leader.
Yeah, I'm up there. I'd put myself up against a lot of people. I've met some really powerful salespeople. Patrick Bet David.
I was just going to hit that for you. Hey, hit that note. I'm glad you went there.
Yeah, monster.
He's a monster.
Someone that I have always admired watching his salesmanship on video. Love him to death.
Did you go to Mar-a-Lago?
I did.
I went last year.
Okay, I didn't
go this year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you involved with that group?
Oh, yeah. I've been in his mastermind before.
Cool.
I'm a member of the boardroom.
Me too.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm a founder.
So am I. I'm a founder.
Oh, we're going to have to link up.
I'm a
Very
founder.
cool.
I live like 10 minutes from the boardroom.
Dude, you know how cool this is? Because they're doing a restaurant there now, right?
Yes.
Called PB. They're gonna call it PBDs.
Yes.
So I can't wait to have a client who calls me from
That's gonna be awesome.
Montana.
It's gonna be so cool.
Says, "Oh, you want to go to PBDs? You want to go to the lounge? You want to go watch UFC there tonight?" And go and put your cell phones at the front.
Yes.
And go have real conversations with other
awesome.
Yeah, just high level people.
Yes.
Get a cigar, and I'll slam a few bourbon. I still got that in me a little bit.
Yeah. I have one complaint. My complaint is I leave there, I smell like an ashtray. That's my one complaint, but it's okay. It's worth it.
Yeah, I feel bad for my wife. My wife's my business partner too. We haven't gotten into her yet, but her hair, she's got long, beautiful blonde hair, and it just reeks for a couple days. That's cool. We'll have to link up there, man.
100%.
Awesome.
Yeah, let's do it.
Cool. Yeah.
Were you at the live podcast he did?
I was. Yeah.
So was I.
There. Yeah. No kidding. Yeah. I was actually really sitting down, paying attention to it. But he's, remarkable sales leader. I don't claim to be on his level, but there's levels to this game for sure. But I can definitely hold my own for sure. I would argue I'm as good as a salesperson as you'll find. What I'm refining are my skills as the general in sales management, right? So I think I can be the best warrior, best samurai you got, but now I have to learn how to be the emperor.
Understood.
And that's what I'm honing in on right now. I met Brad Lee this week. He's another killer.
He really is.
Holy cow. I didn't even
He
realize.
reminds me of like James Dean.
Smooth.
Yeah.
Smooth.
Yeah.
Super smooth. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's how he is behind the camera too. And he taught me the coolest thing. I've been, so I have a great company. We're a 9.9 out of 10 in digital marketing.
That's incredible.
We're fantastic. What we don't do well is our own organic content. And
Why do you think that is?
because we try to do it. This is the best way to not try to do it, right? And that's why you do this.
Yes.
So what
I
he
understand
taught,
exactly what you're saying.
right? So we try to do it. Hey, say something really cool into the camera, right? So when I walked in here, he had the guy filming and everything. We are the content.
Yes.
Don't try to be the content. We are the content.
Correct.
So that's elevating my game right now, and I can't wait to take our content to the next game because I have all the resources like this.
Yes.
So I'll just have my team just rolling. Give it to the editor, pump it out, rolling. So we're about to go crazy. I can't wait.
I love that.
Yeah.
Hey, man, give me a call. Got some questions?
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah, man. Pick my brain. Let's do
I
this.
appreciate it. I didn't think, I didn't know what I was running into today. I like you a lot, dude. We're gonna do some business together.
Hell
we're gonna
yeah.
get cigars, and we're gonna have some good conversations, man. I'm looking forward to it.
How big's your team?
Dude, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
50-ish people.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I just had 3 new people start Monday. The crazy thing is 42 people on our team handle the accounts, run the PPC, do the media buying. We have creative people. We have website designers. We have, people that handle all those different parts of the company. And then we actually have the account managers that have to know all those things because they're the ones that are interfacing with the clients all the
Right.
time. And we only have 8 salespeople, but we sell a ton.
Wow.
We sell a ton, like we're 8 figures per,
That's
pretty.
incredible.
Yeah, most agencies, this is my point for telling you that at the beginning. Most marketing agencies don't know how to scale, and I don't mean this as an insult to any other marketing agency out there. Usually, it's a 28-year-old guy.
Yeah.
He's very techie. He's very smart. He can run all those ads way better than I can. He can interpret meta ad data way better than I can. CPC,
Right.
CPM, CP, all those things, all those metrics. He can do it better than me, but he can't build relationships like me. I was at one of these PBD events or one of these Adams. What's his last name on the podcast?
Adam Sosnick.
Sosnick. He had a party down in
The
Miami.
social event, right? It was a
In Miami.
it was at a Mexican restaurant.
Exactly.
I was supposed to be there. I couldn't
It
make
was
it.
so fun. So there was this other agency there, and I don't know his name, and I'm not even saying anything negative about him. And I started chatting with him, and I said, well, here's my business card. If you ever want to connect, I'd love to network with you. And somebody had mentioned to me afterwards that he was mocking me, saying, this guy owns a marketing agency handing out a business card. That just tells me you have no idea how to communicate with someone 56 years old. And some of 56-year-old men and women that are running businesses got some coin to spend.
Mm-hmm. And they love business cards.
Love a business card.
They love business cards.
They love a business card.
I cater to people between 50 and 65.
Yes. They got money.
They got money.
They got plenty of money to spend,
And they are, I'm sorry to say this, social media illiterate.
Yeah, so
they need help.
Yeah, so they need help. You're solving a problem.
Correct.
There's nothing wrong with it. It's not like you're taking advantage of a
Not at all.
90-year-old woman.
Not
you're
at all.
helping them solve a problem.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, for sure.
I think that's so immature to meet someone at an event and then make fun of them while you're still there, while they're still there, knowing that it can get back to that person. Why don't you just tell them to their face?
Well, apparently my wife told him to his face.
Oh.
And she told him the whole story. She said she was standing right there. My wife is a beautiful, powerful, classy, articulate, intelligent woman.
What's her name?
Alexis.
Alexis.
And we're going on our honeymoon tomorrow, by the way.
Congratulations.
So you got me in a...
You just got married?
Yeah, in November. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so
Congratulations.
Yeah, we're going on our honeymoon tomorrow.
Where are you going?
France, Paris, France. We're doing it right. Air France, first class.
That's awesome.
All on points, by the way.
Oh, nice.
Right? And then we're going to go to south of France, Saint Tropez, Monaco, Cannes, I think is another one. And then we're going to Rome, Italy, and then the Amalfi Coast.
Incredible. How long are you going for?
14 days.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Have fun.
Yeah, we're excited. You got me in like a nice like normally I'm like super business guy, you know, but you definitely like I'm definitely already to the point where I'm like I'm just gonna shut down for 2
Vacation
weeks.
mode on, baby.
For sure.
That's awesome.
But she's a beast, so I think she respectfully articulated to him what I did to you. Like
Yeah.
Eric networks with 22-year-olds and 82-year-olds. Sometimes they want a card,
Yeah.
you know.
How'd you guys meet?
At the other company I worked with. I was the VP of sales, and I was just getting out of another relationship, and COVID hit.
Is this your first marriage?
Yes. Yeah. 2 years. Great girl. Wrong connection. No, that's all it was. Nothing catastrophic happened.
Yeah.
We just realized it wasn't right.
Got it.
Fortunately, we didn't have any kids, so it didn't create any additional strain.
Got it.
So I just gotten out of it, and COVID hit. Once COVID hit, and everybody started acting crazy in New York, I was like, man, I'm moving to Florida. I was committed. I was like, I'm done. I'm going. I was like, Delray, Boca, Fort Lauderdale. I was like, one of them. I don't care. I'm going. And I'm going to buy some real estate. I'm going to turn them all into Airbnbs, and I did all that. And then I met her in the middle of the summer. She was working at the company, and you know, she called me. She got my number because someone in the company told her, hey, if you want to learn sales, you got to learn from Eric.
Got it.
Even though he's over here in these other departments, just reach out to him. He'll sit down with you and talk to you. I talked to her over the phone. She's super cool. I didn't think anything of it. And then I met her in person. I was like, oh my gosh. And she's a 12. She's a 12. Inside and out. So needless to say.
Look at you blushing.
No, I love her to death. I love her to death. I mean, you know,
awesome.
I don't know where you're at in your life with it, but I don't think I've ever understood how good a woman can elevate your life. I didn't understand it till the age of 40. So I'm so blessed today to have someone that has helped me elevate my game, made me believe in myself even more. Like, you know, I think I can compete with some of these other guys, and I'm going to go for it in a friendly, respectful way.
Yeah.
And
Let's spar.
let's go. Let's do it. Yeah,
go.
no doubt. But she's inspired the heck out of me, and she's a partner in the company. She's unbelievable.
That's incredible.
Super talented. I almost want to show you a picture.
Please, let's do it. Yeah, of course. Shout out to your wife, man.
Alexis, I love you.
It's incredible.
So much. Oh, she's
You guys want kids?
so we're in the process right
Yeah.
after this.
I mean, you got 2 weeks, buddy.
I know, no. I told her, and all the timing's working out. If you know what I
Got
mean.
it, 100%.
So
I have 2 kids. I know exactly
Do you?
what I do.
How old are they?
I got a 5-year-old and a 3-year-old, 2 boys.
what are their names?
Luke and Oliver.
Here's Alexis, Luke, and Oliver. I love them.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, she's 12.
She's beautiful.
Yep. And you know, if she was in here, she's.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Yeah, she's unbelievable. She's more beautiful on the inside, dude, and she's usually the smartest person in the room too.
That's awesome.
Yeah, for sure.
That's incredible.
Man, I think, you know, I grew up with a single mom. I never witnessed marriage. So the idea of marriage and a family just wasn't
It's
a
foreign
thing.
to you.
Foreign, exactly. So I just kind of went through life, first of all, being promiscuous at a young age. And then I started having girlfriends, but I don't know if it's not that I treated them bad, but I don't know if I put them on the pedestal the way a man should, if that
Right.
makes sense, right?
Right.
You know, I remember this one girl started breaking down, crying to me, saying, you know, I need more from you. I need more love. I need more nurturing. And I remember I was kind of taken back by it. Like, wow, what am I not providing her that she needs? I didn't even understand women at 28. And I went through different relationships and, you know, some good, some bad. And then, you know, I met this one that just, I know what a soulmate is now, for sure.
Would you say that Alexis is the most important person in your life, even greater than yourself?
Wow. I I would take a bullet for her.
Right.
Of
So the
course.
answer is yes.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
No,
I
no.
think that's the difference.
Wow. Yeah, that's a great way to put it.
Yeah. Because
wouldn't
you
even
wouldn't
hesitate.
do that for those other girls.
Maybe not. I might act like I was.
Yeah.
Like, oh, baby, no.
But maybe not.
No, but this one, bro, I'd be like, you know, when the Trump assassination, I'd be right on him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right on her. Like, you're not
Yeah,
taking
I know
a
what you
bullet.
mean.
Yeah.
No, I get it. Listen, I've been with my wife almost 20 years. We've been married for 9.
Wow.
Yeah. I met her in the 5th grade.
Wow.
We were 10 years old. We walked on our 6th grade graduation. We were both 11. We walked together on the lineup to go and like line up to graduate. You know, like I've known her forever.
Now, did you have crushes on each other back then, or were you?
I couldn't stand her. She was always in love with me.
It's usually the other way. That's crazy.
Yeah.
So when did you officially start?
We were
Messing
8.
around.
We were 8. So we messed around a little bit around 15, 16.
Okay.
But then we really got together at 18.
Holy cow.
Yeah, we've been together since we were 18.
It's impressive because one of the biggest common denominators I've witnessed, let me just tell you, I'm not a relationship expert.
Yeah.
One of the biggest common denominators I've seen between successful and unsuccessful relationships are relationships too young, starting them too young. You know, 19, 20 years old. Dude, a man, I wasn't even a man till I was like 32, 33.
I agree.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's amazing that you're doing so well. You're definitely an anomaly.
I mean, listen,
It's great.
we've been through the roller coaster ride.
Yeah.
I've cheated a million times, got
Yep.
caught a million times.
Yep.
We spent years in couples therapy. But we are definitely soulmates. We came to this life to find each other. I have no doubt about it. And there's a level of connection and understanding that allowed us to evolve and grow and mature together throughout all these years.
That's beautiful to hear.
Yeah. But we've almost gotten divorced like 3 times.
I'm sure. But it sounds like you're solid now.
Yes, we
Oh,
are.
yeah.
We're extremely solid. We've literally never been stronger.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's beautiful, especially for the kids.
Yes.
The boys.
Yes, exactly.
I see a lot of young men today, and I'm thinking of one in particular, and he has a lady, but I see him like he's like thirsty for other ones, and I had a sit down with him about a month ago, and I said, if you have that lust and that thirst, go
Yeah.
get it.
Let her go.
Yeah, let her go.
Yeah.
Don't embarrass her. Don't hurt.
Correct.
If you gotta feed that monster,
Yeah.
I'm not telling you to go be crazy, but just go. I understand. Go feed that monster.
Correct.
I think a man, a lot of times, and I've seen this happen too. If you don't like feed that, whatever that is, if you got it, then you end up doing it even later in life.
And you get resentful.
Right. So go do it. Even the young girls. If you want to go
Correct.
crazy in college for a couple of years, God bless you. I don't care. I'm not telling you to be reckless, but get it out of your system.
I agree.
Because today, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, I don't even look at other women. I don't even look at them. I see another pretty girl walk by and she'll try to get my attention. I'm not even going to give her the benefit of getting a look from me in front of my perfect wife. And you know what? My wife is so cool. She don't even look or care. But that's what makes me want to care.
Correct.
Right? It's not like, ooh, this is an opportunity.
Right. But at the same time, I know that you can appreciate a woman's beauty.
Oh, no.
You don't have to say anything about it or do anything, but I know that you can see another beautiful woman, and I think that's okay. I think that's the line that most men don't understand.
No doubt.
Right? Like a flower. A flower is beautiful. You have the right to admire that beautiful flower.
Yeah, I guess what I meant was...
No, I completely get what you're saying. Yeah, 100%.
The lust.
100%.
Yeah. Trying to get her IG.
As a podcaster, I needed a place to share my voice and hear other stories. That's how Forge Studios was born. A place created not just for me, but for everyone searching for something more. An environment where as soon as you walk in, you feel the energy and you feel welcomed. Where being seen and heard is part of the experience. A place for entrepreneurs to share their journey, for creators to bring ideas to life, for businesses to grow authentically. A space that values mental health, encourages real conversations, and supports those who turns ideas into impact. Here at the Forge Studios, creativity, culture, and purpose aligns and comes together to help you create something greater. A place where we leave the filters behind and we start expressing ourselves for real. The Forge Studio. Your journey starts here. Your impact starts now.
Around the corner.
Right. To that point of lust, right? I was told this a while ago that we used to hunt our food, right? We don't do that for a long time, right? But that gene is still in us, especially in men, right? So that is our hunt, going after women.
Right.
Right? That's literally our hunt. And men go through the warrior phase, which is part of that hunt. And then you get to a certain age, 35 and over, where you got to start transitioning over to the old wise men. And it's so hard to make that transition. It's so hard to leave that warrior behind. And a lot of men struggle. A lot of men aren't able to get that discipline, right? Get that self-control, or even find that woman that's going to fulfill them, that's going to allow them to leave that game, you know?
Yeah, and I think I'm such a competitive nut where I want to be able to do things people can't do. So I think there's a sense of, if a man, at some point you do have to, actually you don't have to do anything.
Right.
Let me get that out of the way.
Yeah.
You don't have to, you're not supposed to do anything. Let me get that out of the way. It's free will.
Right.
You do you. But I will tell you this. I will not do business with a man who's cheating on his wife, who's embarrassing his wife. If you have a relationship that's not working, it's got to like. I almost see sometimes couples will stay together for the kids.
Yes.
And sometimes if mommy and daddy aren't happy, I think they'd probably be better to separate and have two households, and maybe you both get other significant others.
Right.
And if they're in two households of happiness, that's probably better than one household of unhappiness.
100%.
Would you agree?
I would.
So, yeah, and I just, here's the other thing too. When you move and act in a certain way, you're going to attract people that are similar to you. I don't even attract these kind of people anymore. But when I was younger, that's all I did attract. You know, right? We're knuckleheads and not the right women. We're women. But today it's, the only thing I do is attract people that are business-minded, ethical, have character, have ambition, have morals, usually have a great thing going on in business, love their wives, put their wives on a pedestal, thank their wives for how they've helped elevate them. Those are the only people I even attract these days.
How do you think, not how, what do you think allowed you to break free out of the system that you were looped in?
Going back to COVID, COVID did something weird to me. COVID made me realize how little control I have over things. And even this company that I worked with, making $500,000 a year, we got furloughed for, remember that term?
Yes.
Furloughed for a couple months or whatever it was, and I had a little bit of money. I wasn't a millionaire by any means yet. And something about COVID, what it did to me is it was like a paradigm shift. So I had a paradigm shift when I was 23, went from knucklehead to a man. And then I had a paradigm shift at age 39, 40, going from a man to Superman. And the Superman version of me was, I think a lot of it starts with the physical.
Yes,
So I lost.
100%.
Do you agree?
Oh, 1,000%.
Like I lost 30, 35 pounds, started putting on some muscle again. I started taking care of my body, putting better things in my body. And then I started to feel better about myself. I started to feel that I can accomplish all these big dreams and goals. And I just felt a calling coming to Florida. And I came down here and COVID made me commit to me taking control of my own destiny moving forward and not to rely on anybody else.
I love that.
And that man is the only kind of man that can attract a woman like Alexis. So once again, you got to be the person to attract the person.
Of course. Do you know Garrett J. White?
I'm sure, I don't know the name. I'm sure if you showed me
Warrior program, Wake Up Warrior.
Oh, yeah.
White hair.
Yeah.
Yep.
Know of him.
Yes. So that's his whole philosophy. Body, being, balance, and business. It's 4 B's. So it's first, you fix your body. Mm-hmm. Once you fix your body, you're going to start loving yourself.
Yep.
Once you love yourself, you're going to want to connect to God or spiritually, whatever that means to you. Once you do that, you're going to want to connect with your family. Once you do that, your business will flourish. So body, being, balance, and business. You align all 4 pillars, that's the success of having it all. That's the recipe to having it all.
Yeah, there's more than something to that because it's 100% right. Whenever this is how I describe it, what goes on in my own psyche. Mm-hmm. When I take care of myself, I go to the gym 6 days a week. I just struggle with the consistency of the diet, but I've reshaped my body 35, 40 pounds. And actually I've probably gotten rid of 60 pounds of body fat because I've probably had 20 in the past, 20 pounds of muscle the past 5 years. Wow. So it's probably 60 pounds of body fat.
Good for you.
Right? And what that does is it makes my psyche changes. And then my psyche starts working. And then I'll get to a point where I'll start doing deep fast.
Yes.
Because I'm so locked in. I'll do 3-day fast here and there. Okay. And all of a sudden or at least like a 20-hour fast. I love it. All of a sudden now I'm like spiritually awake. So it's almost like a layer. It's like you got to start with the physical. It opens you up mentally and then you're opened up spiritually. When you're opened up spiritually, man, things just start happening to me by accident. Like if I told you what's been happening to me in my life these past 6 months, it all feels like luck.
Serendipity?
And an accident almost. But I know it's not. It's because I'm a magnet for certain types of people and opportunities now.
Correct.
You
elevated yourself to vibrate at a certain frequency. And at that frequency, all these things are vibrating with you and they're coming to you.
Yeah. Agreed. Yeah, clearly. Yeah. Yeah, but it starts with the physical. So, a lot of my peer or friends will reach out to me and they just think I'm like getting lucky or I'm just different than them. And
well, you are not lucky, but different.
Okay.
I think what makes you different is the fact that I can tell that you're someone who understands that failure is a lesson. Yeah. It's not a sign to quit. Right? It's not like, all right, we failed, we give up. No. Mm-hmm. I 100% know that you're someone that, all right, that didn't work. Let's try again. Yep. Let's try this. Let's try that.
Well, you'll feel a little angst on that. Didn't work. But
For sure. 100%.
Yeah.
But it's not going to stop you.
Right.
It's probably going to motivate you. Now I got to figure this shit out.
No question. Yeah, no question.
That's what makes you different.
Well, I think the way I should phrase it then is, they could be different as well, but it's on them. They have to be the decision maker of their own life.
Have you ever tried to put your good friends onto something?
Of course.
Has it worked?
Never. I'm a softie, so I'm always like trying to dangle carrots. I have somebody I care about. And I said, hey, you want to make $1 million? He goes, sure. I said, all right, all you got to do is pay $5,000, come to this event with me, and I will steer $1 million your way. He goes, can you spot me on the 5,000? And
I knew that was coming.
can you spot me on the 5,000? If he would have paid the 5,000, I was going to give it back to him regardless. All I cared about was he
Showing up.
made the commitment.
Bro, go get a loan. Go call a loan shark.
Yeah,
You go get $5,000 somewhere.
Like, you see what I'm saying? It was just a test, and he failed miserably. But it's all good. It's on him.
Yeah.
Not me.
100%.
I can sleep good at night.
You tried.
Yeah, for sure.
I have an interesting story. Two of my cousins, they're two brothers. They both live in Brazil. I'm from Brazil. I was born in Brazil.
Okay.
Moved to Queens when I was 7 years old. So at different times, they both asked me for money. Okay. One asked me for $5,000. I'm sorry, for 5,000 reals, which is their currency down there. And the other one asked me for 15,000 reals. I gave it to both of them. Okay. The one that I gave 5,000 to built a, what do you call it? One of these ghost kitchens.
Yeah.
Where you,
Amazon or whatever.
Exactly. Uber Eats.
Uber Eats, my bad. Yeah.
Exactly. Yes. He did that, is making a killing right now. The other one took the 15 grand and threw a party for his daughter.
Of course.
And then asked me for more money the month later.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I get it. People are who they are. I'm just trying to think of an example like that.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard the saying or the phrase or the idea that if you gave everybody the
Yes.
same amount of money in the world, it would all in a few years end up in Elon Musk, Warren Buffett's hands all over again.
100%.
And there's absolutely truth to that.
Because they know what to do with the money.
Yeah.
Most people are going to spend it. What happened during COVID? Everybody got free money. Everybody blew it. The economy surged because everybody was spending money.
Yeah. Starbucks, Gucci.
Yes.
Stocks went way up.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Spending, I did this cool video. It's funny. Sometimes my social media videos, ones I try on, don't do anything. But this one hit. This one got like 300,000 views. And I just talked about how we don't have an inequality problem. People that don't have money have a spending problem, right? So it's like where you put your, how you spend your money is going to be a huge indicator of where you are in a couple of years.
100%.
And you have to withhold gratification sometimes. One of the smartest things I did is I started making a couple $100,000 in my 20s. That's a lot of money back in 2007 in upstate New York, which is
lot
like
of money.
Ohio real estate. Right? I'm making a lot of, I'm doing really good.
Yeah.
I drove this beat up vehicle. I didn't go buy the BMW for about, 7 or 8 years. I just withheld gratification for a long time. So a lot of people would kind of make fun of me a little bit, like, you're making 300 grand now. Why do you drive this whole thing? So I really withheld gratification. And what it did was, I bought a property, and I sold it, and I made maybe $50,000 or $60,000 on it. I remember I put $5,000 into Chipotle, and that was worth like $45,000. And that, so I went from being a guy who's not worth anything. I didn't buy all the stupid shit in my 20s. And, once I, got six figures, couple $100,000, and also developed $300,000-$400,000 of income, that's when I was like, oh, okay, now I'll start messing around a little bit. But most young men, man, you got to just chill. Just like get your bearings together financially before you start spending on stupid stuff.
What do you think gave you that discipline at a young age to really have that what's the word, that that foreshadowing, right? That idea,
Foresight, forecasting.
Yes. Just know that, look, I'm gonna invest. Like I'm not gonna blow my money. I'm not gonna go to the club. I'm not gonna buy a car. I'm gonna invest.
What happened to me is I never had, and this is an interesting way to say this. Let me rephrase this. I wasn't ready for mentors. Because I didn't grow up with a father, I struggled under male leadership. Male teachers, male coaches, football and basketball. I butted heads with them like crazy. And there's got to be a sense too, when you're the man of the house and you got testosterone raging through your body. I was a very muscular dude. I was 200 pounds. I was 15. I had muscles.
Wow.
Yeah. And acne all over my face. They thought I was on steroids. Acne all over my back. I wasn't taking steroids. But I was just this testosterone raging man, and I really butted heads with coaches and teachers, and so I wasn't ready for mentorship. I wasn't ready to allow it to come in.
Right.
So I used to say I didn't have good mentors, but I have to rephrase it now. I wasn't ready to be mentored, and it took me a long time to come to that conclusion. By the way.
It's some heavy walls put up.
Big time. And so I had to seek it out in other forms. And the best way to seek it out back in those days is reading. I started consuming books. I was reading a book a week, Finances for Dummies. Tony Robbins put out a couple really good financial books.
The Money Master.
Yeah, those kind of books,
Love that
right?
book, yes.
Yeah, he really did a great job of those things. So I was just seeking out that stuff, and I just took it upon myself to learn. And that was the common denominator in a lot of those books was focus on making your income, focus on getting your income up.
Yes.
And withhold gratification. You can do those two things at a young age, you're setting yourself up. Really nice.
Delayed gratification is huge. It's really huge. It can make you or break you.
For sure.
It really can, right?
I still do it.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Because you make that first million, oh my God, it goes to your head.
Yeah.
And all you want to do is spend. All you want to do is fucking buy.
And then here's what gets crazy. You realize how little money that actually is.
Oh, it's nothing.
Yeah.
And you go tell somebody that who's never made $1 million. Oh my God, what are you saying? No, it's not a lot of money.
What are you going to do? Buy a house, $1 million house? Okay, and then what?
Right.
And then
Where'd
what?
your money go? It's done.
Okay, you got a place to live?
Yeah.
Okay.
How you going to pay for it?
Yeah. Yeah, how you going to pay taxes?
I was going to say, you pay
You
taxes.
got a car? You got a car? Like, houses down here are great. Like, I have properties that are $1 million. And they're not even that special.
Right.
Down here. They're not like, wow, how.
As a podcaster, I needed a place to share my voice and hear other stories. That's how Forge Studios was born. A place created not just for me, but for everyone searching for something more. An environment where as soon as you walk in, you feel the energy and you feel welcomed. Where being seen and heard is part of the experience. A place for entrepreneurs to share their journey, for creators to bring ideas to life, for businesses to grow authentically. A space that values mental health, encourages real conversations, and supports those who turns ideas into impact. Here at the Forge Studios, creativity, culture, and purpose aligns and comes together to help you create something greater. A place where we leave the filters behind and we start expressing ourselves for real. The Forge Studio. Your journey starts here. Your impact starts now.
And if you were to live off of $1 million, that's maybe 10 years, 10, 12 years.
Yeah, what do you get, 3%? We can live off of 30 grand? Good luck.
Right.
Yeah. Good luck living on 30 grand. Now you're poor again.
Exactly.
Now you're poor again, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, you need to take that million and it's got to have babies. $1 million babies, you know what I mean? Got to teach you how to make a little money family, For sure. And don't get me wrong, I don't claim to make every good financial decision. This is wild to talk about. So when I transferred from that company to starting my own firm, I didn't want my girlfriend and fiance at the time to sacrifice her lifestyle.
Okay.
Because I had created a good lifestyle.
Right. Makes sense.
So I was maneuvering this bleeding money, but our lifestyle is increasing. We live in South Florida where we go to all the nice hotels. So it was kind of this wild like balance, but I never wanted her to feel like she picked the wrong guy.
Right.
And I was really betting on myself and her, because she's a huge part of the company, that it's okay, we're going to get this thing skyrocketing. And we did.
Right.
And we did. So that's another thing too. You could set yourself up financially to where you never have to really go through that headache again as a young man. You know, I was able to keep my lifestyle pretty good, and you know, we blew this company up, man, to the point to where, you know, I don't even want to tell people these days. I actually don't want I don't even want my clients to know how well we do. There's a part of me that's I think it's almost disrespectful. This is the old school in me. You know, it's like if you show up to a financial advisor,
Right.
and he's got a $500,000 watch on, $5,000 Tom Ford shoes, rolls up in a $700,000 Rolls Royce. To me, it's kind of like, damn, like, how much commission are you making?
Right.
But I think you should look nice. I think, you know, because there's
Right.
a
It's also
status.
counterintuitive, right? Like, you're blowing your money on all that. Like, what kind of advice are you going to give me?
Exactly. Yeah. No, I didn't even think of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very counterintuitive. But I don't know. Not everybody agrees with me on this, but I don't think business people, especially around their clients, should. I think you should show you're successful. That's fine, because those business people should want you to be successful.
Right.
But I don't think you should really throw it in their face either, because
agree.
they're the ones. I look at it like this. LeBron James is wealthy because of millions and millions and millions and millions of fans.
Of course.
I don't think he should rub it in his fans' face.
Right.
That's kind of how I look at it.
Yeah.
And I think those NBA guys do a pretty good job of that, right?
Yeah.
For the most part, right?
Which is why I think once you get to like billions of dollars, right, they start dressing different. Plain black T-shirt, no logo, right?
Yeah.
They get to put like they don't like Steve Jobs was all black. You know,
Yeah.
like they don't care anymore. That's one thing, right? And like they also don't want to show. They want to try to be as relatable as possible. So they're gonna dress like the common person.
So I have another take on that too. I'm not trying to be a contrarian. I'm saying in addition to.
Yeah. Even if you were trying to contrary, go
Yeah.
back.
So
Excuse me.
the coffee's got you going, baby. No, in addition to, so I was, you know, I had a chance to meet a couple of the PBD guys were saying, hey, you want to come down to the office today? Go to the podcast. You might be able to meet Patrick.
Yeah.
And I was like, this was back in, I want to say about a year ago now, right?
In the old office.
Yes. Yeah, it was still the old office.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was all excited about it, of course. And, you know, I'm like a little girl. I'm like talking to my friends. I'm like, you know, how should I dress? And they're like, well, no, you should dress to impress. And I really thought long and hard about it. And I just wanted to dress comfortable. And there is an element to when you see Gary Vee on stage or Grant Cardone or one of these guys, there is an element, if you're all dressed up, you know, it's kind of, it's almost, I don't want to say you're subservient to that person.
I know what you mean.
But when you dress the way you want to dress, what you're saying psychologically is nobody tells me how to fucking dress.
Correct.
Like I dress myself. And I'm not intimidated by this moment. So I wore what I have on here, but I had a polo.
Yeah.
And I felt like I still had a presence in those clothes. Right. So there's that element of it too, where it's like nobody was telling Steve Jobs what the fuck he has to wear today.
Exactly.
Oh, you guys got to dress up. You
Right.
guys need a collared shirt.
Right.
But not Steve. Right?
Gary Vee's a great example of that.
Yeah.
He's so chilled.
Yeah.
He don't give a fuck. No. Gary does not care.
I like Gary a lot.
Me too.
He's got a great mind. I'd love to meet him one day. I'd love to pick his brain. You know what he said? They asked him if he had any regrets. And don't quote me on this. He said one of his regrets were probably should have had a little more fun. Probably should have done my thing a little bit.
Yeah.
Rather than school Monday to Friday, work at my parents' winery Saturday, Sunday, back at it. So to anybody listening out there, don't kill yourself if you're having a good time. You don't, when you're younger, you don't have to work 84 hours a week to get it done.
Right.
There's still an element of living your life too, right? Yes,
Correct.
wake up early. Yes, be dedicated, but you can still enjoy your life.
To your point, I actually think you were an early bloomer because you said 23, you had a breakthrough, and you said 39, 38.
39, yeah.
Yeah? Most men have their breakthroughs at 28 and 42.
See, I feel like this whole time I've been a late bloomer.
No, you're actually early.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is good. I'm ready to tackle life now. Let's go.
Most men have their breakthrough 28 and 42.
It's wild you say that because my entire feeling is that, like, God, you know, I have that whole, God damn it, I wish I would have put this all together 10 years earlier. But, you know, I guess you're right. Most men, you don't really get into like your power years till about your 50s, right? Right?
Our prime is 35 to 40.
35 to 40?
Yeah. That's the male prime. Female prime, 20 to 25.
Now, prime, what do you mean by prime?
Meaning where you are at your most valuable.
Interesting. Wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Meaning combination of wisdom, health, strength, maturity.
Yep.
All that combined in one.
Yeah, I'm definitely, and I'm sure it blends a little bit with ages, but I'm definitely right now the best I've ever been.
Yeah.
But to be fair, I got arthritic knees, so I definitely
I have bad shoulders, so something's got to give.
Yeah. So I'm getting better up here, but worse down here. That's
what happens. You leave the warrior phase, and you enter the wise old man.
Wise old man. Yeah, no doubt.
Let me ask you a question. What do you think are the most important parts about marketing in 2025?
Well, I always answer this question with a caveat. Every business is a little bit different. Right. So an e-com business is going to be different than a orthodontist in Los Angeles, right?
Is there sorry to cut you off. Is there one thing that you think everyone needs?
Absolutely. They need to learn how to do content. They need to not just post to post. They need to study the game and learn how to post
authentically.
Content with a hook, a story, a message. They need to understand captions. They need to understand a visual hook, right? Because a lot of times you might have mom, dad, 2 daughters, and son. They're all on the couch playing on their phones, the TV's on, but everybody's actually just reading TikTok. Dad might be the only one who's allowed to listen to the Yankees or whatever he's paying attention to. So everybody else has it on side. So little thing, understanding that. So I think understanding how to put out good content is probably going to be the number one thing that's going to differentiate you from your competitors. And it might not have a short-term benefit, but it can have a long-term domination effect in your industry and in your, community that you may be in a certain geographical area. So understanding the purpose and strategy behind content. Do you agree?
I
disagree.
100%.
Because I could say a website. I could argue a website. There needs to be a transactionary place.
Correct.
Right, but then how are people going to find the website? There needs to, if that's the party, well, we need to send out the invitation to the party. Social media is an invitation to the party.
Right. To be honest, I see your point to a website, but you don't really need a website.
Right.
I mean, technically, if you have a good social media game, you can sell through DMs.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Like,
No, for sure. No doubt.
Yeah.
It's interesting though, because it depends. Now we're speaking in generalities for sure.
Right.
But if I'm a home remodeler in Fort Lauderdale and I have a limited budget, maybe I just left another company.
What's that number? What's a limited budget?
Dude, some people don't have $1,000 a month to spend.
Yeah, they don't.
Seriously.
Yeah,
So
yeah, they really don't.
now so this is a fun conversation because social media is free.
Yes.
So
You don't have to pay.
Yeah, it's free. You don't have to. It doesn't cost you anything to sign up to the platforms.
Just your time.
Just your time. Yeah. But if I had $1,000 a month, and I'm a home remodeler, I definitely want to try to come up on Google, maybe run Google ads, but that's still not even enough to run Google ads, honestly. But yeah, social media is free. So if you can master that skill, and I haven't mastered it, I'm on that path. I think we're really close for sure. Our ads are way better than our organic, if that makes sense. Like we've got the ad thing down. But yeah, no, social media is free. So if I'm a freaking plumber, you just got to get over yourself on how you look and how you sound and how you talk. I hate the way I look, sound, and talk. Everybody feels like that.
I know what you mean.
Once you get over that, game on.
I had to get over that to do this podcast. I used to hate the sound of my voice.
Yeah.
I couldn't hear it on the playback. It would frustrate me. Gotta get over it. It is what it is, man.
Yeah, I felt the same way. And I still hate the way I sound.
Yeah,
I
me
hate
too.
it. I'm like, who's that fucking weirdo? Fucking guy's a douchebag.
A really cool douchebag.
Oh, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. My wife and I are very grounded. What's the most fun for me?
Tell me.
Nothing is more fun for me, and this gets me emotional when I think about it, so I'm going to try not to cry on your podcast, but I didn't have somebody that just grabbed me by the arm and said, Eric, I'm going to show you the way. Right? And my mother really struggled too. She just died about 6 months ago, right? So
God rest her soul.
thank you. She never had a break either. She never had somebody that just kind of said, Georgia, you're fucking this up. This is the path you got to go down. And a single woman, 25, 26 years old, raising a little boy by himself. Man, God bless her soul. That ain't easy.
No.
1980, on welfare. We were in homeless shelters, dude. I mean, imagine the strain. Forget about me as a little kid. Imagine the strain on a mom having her child in a homeless shelter. I feel for her more than I feel for myself.
Right.
Right? So, and I was in foster homes, and I can only imagine how she felt when I wasn't around. She must have been crying every single night, right? Now, people make their own bed. I do agree. But I will say for a woman, it is powerful if you have a strong man by your side.
Yes.
That could be the leader. And my mom didn't have that, okay? So something that's very emotional for me but very rewarding is I have a lot of young women at my company. And we always joke around. We call it the sisterhood. I have more women than I do men. And what is very fulfilling for me is being that safe mentor for them. Not father figure, but cool uncle.
Yeah.
Cool uncle that's there for them. They can cry with me if, we're doing role playing in sales and I'm trying to make them better. I have they'll break down and cry here and there. I'm only making them stronger and better, teaching them how to make money. And when these young men and women, break boundaries for themselves and begin to become professionals and make sustainable income, that is more important than any money I make the rest of my life.
I agree 100%. Being of service is everything.
Yeah.
Can I tell you something? I don't know if this is going to bring you any comfort, but this is really how I see it, okay? I understand exactly what you're saying, but I do believe that the reason why you didn't have anybody there was because you wouldn't be the leader you are today if you had that. Sometimes I feel like you didn't have a physical person there, but I feel like you had God there guiding you. Because some of the things you've mentioned today, you were very wise at a young age. In the sense of like, I'm gonna invest. I'm gonna go buy this. I'm gonna go do that. I'm not gonna party, right? There was a sense of like knowing more, knowing better, even though you may not have been sure. Almost like a hand above, just no, go this way, don't go that way. Just continue on your path here, go this way, you know? That's how leaders are made. That's how you are able to today be the good uncle for your staff.
Yeah, I don't disagree. You know what's fascinating is I grew up playing football and basketball, predominantly urban sports.
Yeah.
The better players are typically from the inner city, both black and white.
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
Predominantly black, right? But there's the reason why there's not a whole lot of guys from the suburbs in the UFC, right? Is it takes a certain
Grit.
Hunger. Yeah, if you went to Boca Christian school and live the good life, you probably don't want to get your face kicked in.
No.
Right?
Have cauliflower ears.
Yeah, no doubt. They're savages, right? And I mean that in a total compliment.
100%.
And so there's something to be said there where obviously you want to raise your children in a quality household, because if you have two parents that are attorneys, that child probably will become an attorney.
Right.
Whereas if you have two parents that are crackheads, it's much more difficult for that child to become an attorney.
100%.
Right? And I would argue one is ordinary. I would argue the other one is the extraordinary one. Nothing against my kids are going to grow up. Your kids are going to grow up great. Nothing against them if they don't if they become an attorney. I'm not calling them ordinary, but I'm just saying I'm more impressed with the other person.
I get it.
But I used to believe my background, to add on to what you're saying, I'm agreeing with you, was a disadvantage. But the fact that I made it through the struggle and through all the bullshit, it's made me, you know what it's made me? Mentally tough.
Amen.
There's no situation or no pressure that's too big, or I can't handle the moment, or I'm not enough for it. I've been through the fucking storm over and over and over, and I don't fucking need an umbrella.
Correct.
Like, rain on me. Let's fucking go. Storm is going to pass. I'm going to keep going.
Whoosh, let's go.
That'll be a viral clip. That was good. I like that. I'm getting myself hype over here. Just wanted to fucking rain on me. Let's go. Fucking lightning bolt through my head. Let's fucking go. Oh, man.
To your point about the hunger, I grew up watching all my friends have everything. Their parents were buying homes, buying cars. They had all the latest video games, going on vacation. I had nothing, man. I had nothing.
Wow.
And today, I have everything. And I can say that not to flex or anything in that manner, but just to say that I wouldn't have everything if it wasn't for watching them have everything during that time. It gave me a hunger. Like, I want to have everything. I want to have a nice house. I want to have a nice car. I want to have, I'm an immigrant kid. So I came to this country with my eyes like, what's America? I want to learn. I want to be American. I want to understand what is this culture and how I can become one of them. And that's been my mission my entire life here in America, is how can I be more American? How can I be a successful American? How can I make it so that my parents' sacrifice was not in vain?
God bless.
No.
Jealousy and embarrassment
are good tools.
Yeah. They can be, right?
Yes.
It just is, right?
Yes. If you harness that energy right.
Harness it, right?
Yeah.
So
As a podcaster, I needed a place to share my voice and hear other stories. That's how Forge Studios was born, a place created not just for me, but for everyone searching for something more. An environment where as soon as you walk in, you feel the energy and you feel welcomed. Where being seen and heard is part of the experience. A place for entrepreneurs to share their journey, for creators to bring ideas to life, for businesses to grow authentically. A space that values mental health, encourages real conversations, and supports those who turns ideas into impact. Here at the Forge Studios, creativity, culture, and purpose aligns and comes together to help you create something greater. A place where we leave the filters behind and we start expressing ourselves for real. The Forge Studio. Your journey starts here. Your impact starts now.
I was always like, this was a time where embarrassment really catapulted me.
Yeah.
I would play backyard football with my buddies, and I thought I was good, right? And I'd be running for little touchdowns. We used to play shoot 'em up, bust 'em up. Is that what they called it? Just throw the ball up. Whoever gets it has to run for a touchdown. But then I started playing, and at the middle school I was at was actually a big school. A lot of low socioeconomic, working class, tough kids.
Yeah.
A lot of people like me.
Yeah.
These kids are tough.
Yeah.
And the ones that are athletic are even tougher. So I started playing football called the Grease Cardinals. And a lot of these guys ended up playing Division I football and were
Okay.
so it was great athletes, right?
Yeah.
And I remember it was one of those leagues where you had to pay to play. The parents had to spend $100 for the year, whatever it is. So because of that, every kid, no matter what, how good or bad, has to play
Got it.
5 plays.
Because you're paying. Got it.
'Cause
Per
you're-
game.
Per game.
Got it.
5 plays per game. So it's a muddy game. Game 1. It's a tight game. It's like, 6-8 or something. It probably wasn't a whole lot of scoring going on. I think this is 6th grade, I think. And the coach looks at me at the end of the game. I got a bright white fucking jersey on. And he goes, fuck. I still got to get the fucking Winegard kid in for his 5 plays.
Wow.
He didn't want to put me in the clutch moment of the game. And he's like, fuck, get in there. Go play this position or whatever. I can't remember what position it was. But it embarrassed me so much. That next practice, I was so angry and demonic that I started cracking fucking heads.
Wow.
And then next thing you know, I'm the scariest dude on this fucking team, and the coaches are pulling me aside, like, what got into fucking Winegard? What got into Winegard? Ever since that day, you can go look at my high school tape. You can ask any kid I played high school with. I might not have been the best athlete all time. I'm not saying I'm fucking Rob Gronkowski, but I was cracking heads. You were feeling me if I was tackling you. But it took that embarrassment to bring that beast out of me. Now, you want to bring out that beast and learn how to call on that beast when it's necessary. What I did, unfortunately, is I allowed that beast to have tipping points. It would get into fights. I might really hurt a kid. I might really tackle him intentionally a certain way to hurt him.
Right.
I allowed it to go a little too far.
Got it.
I remember one time I played varsity basketball in 9th grade. Believe it or not, 5'6" white kid had me start puberty, just dribbling through everybody, right? And I remember a guy stole the ball from me and went down the length of the court, tried to go dunk it. I said, nope, I tackled him into the bleachers. So I was crazy.
Really?
But my point is...
Did you cause a fight?
oh, yeah, absolutely. But my point is that embarrassment, it brought out that good demon in me, right?
Right.
And so your jealousy point, that was jealousy that you felt.
Yes, it was.
And they could be good things. Today at our age, they'll kill us.
100%. It's deadly.
For sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Because I think at this age, we brew it differently.
Yeah.
You know?
For sure. Do you like Dan Martell?
I do.
I like Dan Martell a lot.
Yes.
He calls it dark energy versus light energy.
I can see that.
Yeah, where you're motivated by dark energy as a young man, he says it's fine.
Right.
But then today he's motivated by light energy. And yeah, I love Dan Martell.
Warrior, wise old man.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the same parallel. But I do. Hold on. Oh, yes. What I think is really important about your story is that you didn't turn that energy on the coach. Because that could have happened as well. Like, fuck you, coach. You know, like feeling like he wasn't seeing you for your value and getting deterred and then not trying hard. You know what I mean? Because that could have occurred also. But you took it the other way. You went to practice and said, fuck that, I'm gonna crack skulls. I'm gonna prove them wrong. Yeah. And I think that's the mentality required, right? To take that energy and say, no, I'm gonna prove you wrong.
Yeah, for sure. And I don't know where that came from. You know, maybe it came from listening to some of the athletes, right? You know, because you're watching Sports Center or whatever it is,
right?
And you're hearing those stories, and maybe that's why those stories are so good to hear. So maybe that's what instilled that into me.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, and that's why team sports are so good for people to play, because, you know, young kids to play. It's not just the sport and the game. It's
right.
It's those sociological interactions.
Correct.
And how to overcome them with your own individual psychology.
Right.
You know,
it's a microcosm of life.
For sure.
Right.
Agreed. Yeah.
Having to deal with people, manage up, manage down, manage sideways.
Learn how to be. You gotta learn how to be a good follower before you can be a good leader. Too.
Yes.
Everybody wants to lead. Like, you got to learn how to follow first.
Yes. 100%.
So,
what are your teams? What are your sports teams?
What's your favorite sport? We'll start with that.
Basketball.
Okay. Actually, I would argue it's my favorite sport too.
Yeah.
I grew up a diehard San Antonio Spurs fan.
Really?
Yeah. I fell in love with David Robinson. How old are you?
37.
Okay. So you didn't really see that?
No, I started watching basketball, Bulls, 98, but I was dabbling 97. I was like 9, 10.
Yeah, so how cool was the Tim Duncan era?
Yes.
Right, so I love them, huge. So where I'm from, there's no basketball team. Upstate New York, I'm closer to Cleveland and Toronto than I am New York.
Yes.
Huge Buffalo Bills fan. You feel like they're going to get it done eventually.
This might be your year.
They're on Hard Knocks.
They are.
Tonight.
Yes.
I'm getting hyped. Let's go.
This might be your year. I really hope so. I love your quarterback. I love Josh.
Yeah, he's the best.
Yeah. He's a good dude.
You know who he reminds me of? I think he's the NFL equivalent of Steph Curry.
Interesting. Connect that for me.
Well, personality, the way they lead, how they play out there, it's jovial.
Yeah.
Their leadership styles are lead by example.
Yeah.
With character and class. You never see them cussing out a player.
Right.
It's their style of leadership, and they also have a really cool, unique flair to their game. And if you just listen to them on the podium, they're not, well, I don't want to say not alpha men. That's the wrong word. They're not loud.
I know what you mean.
Gregarious, aggressive men.
Yeah.
Right? They're softies.
Right.
But they're demons on the field and court.
Yes.
You know, and but I think they're two role models that if you have to have your children watch and admire, look at the way Steph Curry talks on the podium. Look at the way Josh Allen talks on the podium. Class act. Even in the face of defeat and embarrassment.
Yes.
Class.
I agree 100%. Yeah. To your point, I was rewatching the highlights of the Olympic game, USA versus France. Probably one of the best basketball games I've seen in a really long time, where Steph Curry goes fucking berserk and does the night-night on them and fucking shuts that whole party down. I mean, he was a killer on that court.
That was cool to watch. So you know what's funny about that game?
Watch.
So you know who Wemby is, right?
Of course.
So I bet on France. I can't remember what the spread was, And
How dare you?
no, but I did it. I wanted the U.S. to win. I just wanted France to keep it close.
Got it.
So Steph ended up not only taking my heart out, but taking my wallet out too.
Good job, Steph.
But that was, I mean, that will go down as one of the all-time historic basketball events.
Yes.
In the world's history.
Yes.
Yeah, it was that cool.
It was incredible.
That might be his cementing legacy.
Yes.
You know, when they show him and he reaches the Hall of Fame, or they're showing highlights of him when he's old and gray. Yeah, no, I love hoops. I love UFC too.
Me too. Love UFC.
This Chimaev fight and Drukas. So I'm going to be in Europe. I already told my wife, babe, I'm waking my ass up 5 a.m., drinking coffee. Don't talk to my laptop for an hour. I'm zoning in on this fight. So, yeah.
I think it's a weird time to watch a fight, but I agree with you.
This is too good of a fight.
No. I'm with you. I am with
weird.
you. But 5 a.m.
You'll have to come. They've been inviting me to the boardroom for all the UFC fights.
Okay.
Are you part of the platinum group? Or are you a platinum member?
Of the boardroom?
Yeah.
I bought the cheapest ticket. Don't know what that level is.
So I bought the cheapest ticket originally, but then I upgraded to the highest one.
Got it.
It's about 3 times that number, right? And but they have private access there now. They've remodeled it.
Okay.
As a Murphy door, right, where it looks, and you walk through it like a bookshelf or whatever. You walk through it.
Yeah, I've actually seen it. Yes.
So, yeah, so it's worth it. So they're going to be watching a lot of UFC fights in there, I think, too.
I bet. Very cool.
Yeah. And other shenanigans. Not shenanigans. That's the wrong word.
Good shenanigans.
Good shenanigans.
Yeah.
Yeah, good shenanigans. Yeah.
Yeah. Mature, manly shenanigans.
Yeah. I don't know if anybody gambles there. I wonder if there'd ever be like...
I've been there once, and there were a few poker games going on.
I'll play.
Yeah.
I'm not going high stakes.
Yeah, same.
I'll do I'll put a few $1,000 out there or something, but I'm not going crazy. I don't like it like that.
Right.
I'm
not trying to take someone's heart out.
No. Michael Jordan said, if you ain't sweating, you ain't betting.
Yeah, he had a problem. It's like he had a problem.
But do you when you're worth that much money? This is a good debate? Okay.
Yes. Because you can go broke. It's happened before.
Wow.
You can go broke.
So, all right, let me ask this. If Elon Musk played poker every night, does he have a problem?
Man.
He throwing a couple bill on the table?
That's different.
Okay.
That man has so much money that, like, it might take a lifetime to get rid of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't even know how much money he would have to lose every day to be poor.
Yeah, even $1 million a day is nothing.
Nothing.
No, $1 million a day.
That's what, 365? It's not a lot of money for him.
No.
It's nothing.
No. No, not at all.
No,
I don't have any vices, which is nice. I like gambling. Like I'll go play blackjack and roulette, but I'm not an alcoholic. I'm not a smoker. I don't have any vices. I am a workaholic. I am addicted to this. So, going on vacation, I don't want to say it's going to be tough for me, but my mind will always think about business and the company a little bit for sure.
Could your company, God forbid, something happens to you, could your company run itself without you?
It's funny you say that because for a while, I would say no. But today, put it this way. I'm going to say yes in the short term, no in the long term.
Why?
I'm still the main driver. I'm still the main sales driver, motivator, teacher, mentor. I just promoted someone to be a sales manager, though, literally this week.
Got it.
And he's been a guy who's been with me for 10 years. I'm very excited. So give me another year and I'll say yes.
Okay.
But I also like being involved too.
Of course. Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
But I will tell you this: if I broke my jaw and I couldn't talk for 6 months, it'd be fine. I don't know if our sales would skyrocket.
Right.
We have such a good client base. It would be our new sales that would really be hurt.
Got it.
Not the clients. And I love new sales. That's, we got some great clients, man. There's some great clients. I'm not going to name drop. I don't want to tell their business, but
How many clients do you have? Would you say?
probably you got to realize we have some people that spend $500 a month for something small.
Right.
And people, I got a client that spends $46,000 a month, right? 200-ish, roughly.
Wow.
Yeah, 200-ish. Yeah. But there's a wide range there.
Do you think there's a sweet spot of clients? Do you think there's a tipping point where it gets too much?
This is just my goal. When you think of certain industries and you name that industry, if you say sneakers, name a sneaker. People say Nike. If you name any type of industry, right? There's names that are synonymous. You say computers, right? You think Apple or something, right?
Right.
When you say digital marketing, man, maybe you got a buddy who does it.
Right.
There's no company that just
Dominates.
And I think we have the opportunity to dominate it nationally. I really do. Because what we're evolving into now, and it is a personal brand builder. So one of the reasons I'm so excited to be on this podcast with you, or the one I went on dropping bombs this week, is I'm about to go for it. I'm about to go for it. Mm-hmm. I get talking, my ghetto talk sometimes is fun. But because when I get really excited, you know what I mean?
Up.
It takes me back, you know what I mean? It takes me back to my roots, you know what I mean? But I think there's a real opportunity to be the dominant player, because I'm really tapping into some big time networks. And if you're a contractor in Denver, Colorado, and you got $3,000 a month to spend on some good marketing, marketing's a big decision. And there are a lot of companies that underdeliver. And I think the reason they underdeliver is because they overpromise at the beginning. So they don't set expectations right.
Okay.
Right. So my expectations are, when we bring on a client, it's like, we're going to communicate with you for 90 days, like crazy, weekly, bi-weekly, but don't expect anything until then. Like, you got to give us a quarter just to build this. You might not see anything for a month. You might think we stole your money for a month. Like, I'm setting expectations. You're going to be worried that we just left. No, dude, we're building. We're planning and building. We're researching your competitors. We're looking at your competitors' websites. We're looking at your competitors' keywords. We're looking at your competitors' social media. We're investigating all the different PPC ad copies in your industry, in your area, that are working. That takes hours and hours and hours and hours. So I believe there's an opportunity to be the national brand in digital marketing for smaller businesses. You have, who's this company here in Fort Lauderdale? Zimmerman? They work with the big boys.
Yes.
But there's nobody that's looking out for the entrepreneur.
Right.
There's no national brand for the entrepreneur. Wow. Maybe there's a tie-in with that name. But yeah, no, I don't think there's, as long as you scale appropriately and you can deliver on what you say you're going to do, no, there's no amount of clients that are too big.
How much would you say you're spending on ads monthly?
Us?
Yeah.
Well,
As a podcaster, I needed a place to share my voice and hear other stories. That's how Forge Studios was born. A place created not just for me, but for everyone searching for something more. An environment where as soon as you walk in, you feel the energy and you feel welcomed. Where being seen and heard is part of the experience. A place for entrepreneurs to share their journey, for creators to bring ideas to life, for businesses to grow authentically. A space that values mental health, encourages real conversations, and supports those who turns ideas into impact. Here at the Forge Studios, creativity, culture, and purpose aligns and comes together to help you create something greater. A place where we leave the filters behind and we start expressing ourselves for real. The Forge Studio. Your journey starts here. Your impact starts now.
Depend directly on spend.
To obtain a lead, yes, to get clients.
Just shy of 50,000.
Okay.
Yeah, just shy of 50,000. But we're trying to up that, right? You know, I just talked with a guy who spends 250,000 a month on PPC alone. He's actually right in Boca, insurance business though. But
what are his returns?
what's that?
What are his returns? What is he getting for putting in that much?
2 to 1. It's
Okay,
big.
that's incredible.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, the interesting thing about marketing too is when you spend, and this is where, and if any business listens to this, I don't care if you hire me or you don't. Of course, I'd love to work with you. But please understand this about marketing. Even if it's 1-to-1, even if you spend $10,000 and you get $10,000 back in clients, it's great. For this reason, you're building your brand awareness. That client may renew with you. You may be able to upsell them. And if you treat them great and do great work for them, what's the likelihood you can generate referrals from them? So even if it's 1-to-1, it's great,
Right.
right? So, but a lot of businesses have a very short-sighted view of marketing. I had a guy who was spending $6,000 a month with us for 2 months, and he didn't, and we got him up to, you know, I think the first month $7,000, and then the second month was $30,000 after the second month.
$7,000 on the first month. It's incredible.
Swear on my life. Swear on.
I believe you. It's incredible.
Swear on my life. I'm not saying this always happens.
Right.
But his margins were razor thin, and he was mad at us after month 2 that he wasn't making enough money yet. And I'm like, dude, this is unbelievable what we just did. So he canceled, but honestly, I'd rather we weren't aligned anyway. What an idiot. You know, and it's all good. That was about a year and a half ago. It's fine. He does great. He's
Doesn't get it.
Doesn't get it.
I hope he comes back to you. Would you take him if he came back to you? If you went, saw the market, no, you wouldn't take him?
No. There's people that have done that, and we just respectfully say, it's not you, it's us. We're not aligned with you and what you need and what you're looking for.
Right.
You know, this is something for other entrepreneurs out there to consider. But I heard this great presentation from a very sharp business mind. And what he talked about was he raised his prices. He asked everybody in the room, he said, if you all raised your prices 100%, so somebody spends $1,000 a month with you for your product, and now you're telling them it's $2,000 a month. And you tell them to adequately serve you and provide the customer service, the product foresight, and actually truly bring a benefit to you and what you're looking for, we have to raise our prices to provide you that value. The economy's different, inflation's different.
Right.
We have to go up, 100%. Let us know by January 1st, whatever it is. How many of your clients would leave you? And everybody that raised their hand said, probably 50%.
Right. Yeah.
And he goes, great. You're making the same amount of money and you have half the headache. So I'm not saying we don't treat people that aren't spending money well, because we do.
Right.
It's just if someone won't go along with our set expectations from the beginning,
Right.
and can't follow through on that and be patient, then we aren't aligned and we don't want to work with you, respectfully. But I think every entrepreneur should have that mindset.
Do you have a coaching program?
I don't, but I take that as a compliment. Thank you. What
should.
type of coaching program were you referring to? For entrepreneurs?
So I'll give an example. So I am at the beginning phase of what you do. So I also have a marketing company. We're not even a year old yet.
Yep.
We are just at our infancy. What I found is that a lot of my clients don't really know business. Not that they don't know business. Let me take that back. But they have a difficulty understanding how to navigate through business. And I began a coaching program around it. So a lot of my marketing clients are also in my coaching program where we do weekly calls on business.
Yeah, no, I'm really fascinated by that. So I'm developing a personal brand website as we speak. And what I'm already striving to do is to try to get maybe some public speaking events, right? Try to build that portfolio of myself.
You'd be great.
Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you.
You kill on stage. Your energy is great.
Oh, thank you very much. I only know how to be one way, and that's me. But what really attracts me is two groups of people, because these are the people I think about. I think about myself at 20.
Right.
And I wish I could have heard someone that I connected with. I want to talk to that person.
Yes.
There might not be much money in there, but that's fine. There's fulfillment in there.
Yes.
But the other person I'd like to talk to is that 39-year-old guy who's in an unhappy marriage, hates going to work, and feels like he's got to live out the next 40 or 50 years of his life in like he's smothered or like he's
suffocating.
Yeah. I was going to say, what's that word when you're stuck in a room and you freak out? Like enclosed spaces.
God, I know what you're talking about. Claustrophobic.
Claustrophobic. That's how I felt. I felt claustrophobic in my life. And I felt like I had worked so hard the prior 16 or 17 years.
Yeah.
And the whole goal of working hard is to put yourself into this great life. And somehow I fell into this trap of extremely unhappy marriage. And I hated going to work. I was never happy. And then guess what I wanted to do now again? Go out, get hammered, disconnect, right? So then I'm just feeding the unhealthy beast.
Yes.
The unhealthiness now. So I fell into that cycle again. And I would like to talk to that person too. And I don't know if there's money in it, but it's okay if there's not.
There's a shit boatload of money in exactly.
Okay, so I would like to get paid for my services, but I say that jokingly too. But I would love, because I wish at 45 I could talk to my 35-year-old self. I would love to fucking shake myself out of some of this poor decision making and don't settle. I was settling. Everybody was telling me how rich I was and everything, and it's like, what? Like, dude, I make $40,000 a month. I spend $45,000 a month. Like, like I never have anything. It was a vicious cycle. All you do when you go from 100 to 500, all you do in that life, you just buy more expensive shit, and you now have bigger debts.
Correct.
I got 2 boats now. I got 2 jet skis. I got 2 cars. I got a $4,000 or 4,000 square foot house.
Yep.
And you just take nicer vacations. You're still a slave to the man.
Correct.
And the guy that I worked for, I didn't align with him well. And so I think I would love to reach those people and let them know, no, you can do this, dude. What are you good at? What are you passionate about? First thing you got to do, you got to get in the gym. You got to get in the gym. You get in the gym, now we can have a different conversation.
Okay, I got to stop you.
Yeah, good.
You need to go do the Warrior program.
Okay.
I'm a certified Warrior trainer through Gary J. White. Okay. His program is exactly what you're talking about.
Wow.
It's about men helping entrepreneur men between the ages of 30 and 50 who are feeling stuck, miserable in life, in their marriage, in their business, in their body. He gives you the entire curriculum of what to do, A through Z, on how to help these men, what to say, how you should position yourself, the whole game.
Wow, I'm
Garrett's
fascinated.
incredible. Yeah, he's fascinating.
And that would be so if I ever did it myself, right?
Yeah.
And I'm not saying I'm perfect today, but I've certainly gone from taking a monumental leap. You know, like I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, I don't even want to know what my company's evaluated at today. And this is just 5 years ago.
That's crazy.
5 years ago, right? Like that. You know, I'm a 30-year overnight success, right? As they say.
Yeah, of
25-year
course. Yeah.
overnight success,
Yeah.
right? And but that would be very fulfilling for me. It really would. You know, I did this speaking engagement down in Miami, and what really got me thinking about it was I had a gentleman come up to me and say, "Eric, what you said on stage is exactly what I'm going through." And he said, "You know, I hate my wife." He goes, "I hate, you know, I'm in the wrong marriage. I'm in the wrong company. I've been there for so long. They don't value me. They don't support me. They threaten to fire me all the time. You know, but I've been there for 17 years. I've provided this, this, and this. I've given my entire adult," he said, "I've given my entire adult life to this company.
Wow.
And they treat me like I'm disposable," right? And that's not a good feeling.
No, it's not.
You know, and I'm like, "Well, what are you good at?" He said, "Well, I'm a welder." And I'm like, "You can make money in welding."
Go teach that shit.
Yeah. Yeah, you can make a business.
Yeah.
You don't have to think of a business. You are the business.
Right.
You know, so anyway, I don't know how much time we got, but man.
We've been on for over an hour and a half already.
Wow, really? Okay. No, it's good. It's good content. You know, so I think entrepreneurs, this is usually what I say. The number one thing that they struggle with, in my observation, is they don't know what business to start.
Yeah.
Don't you agree? Well, I don't know
Yeah.
what I should even do. That was even me.
Same.
I worked for a marketing company for 17 years, and I started selling because I owned some Airbnbs, and we built a cool business out of that and made some little extra money. So I started doing TikTok videos on how to find a good property, how you should furnish the property, how you manage it on the platform, and here's the numbers you need to look for to be profitable.
It's a good idea.
Oh, and dude,
Yeah.
we were selling between 15 grand and 22 grand a week.
Wow.
In this course.
That's crazy.
What I ended up doing is I ended up biting off more than I could chew when people would buy these packages. And now I just made myself really busy.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? I'd rather just sell the little $3,000 package. It's a digital course, and I don't deal with
Right.
you
You
versus
do it yourself. Right.
right. So, but finally, my wife goes, "Why don't you start a marketing company? That's what you know." And I'm like, "Oh, duh. Start a marketing company. Do what I've been doing for 17 years. I'm an expert at it. Darn near an expert, right? I'm learning every day new things." And even me, who had a 17-year career in that, right, didn't know what I should start. So I don't care if you're in education, you can create a business. If you're a dental hygienist, you can create a business.
Yes.
If you're, you're a nurse, you can make a business. What is your expertise? There is a way to take what you know and what you're passionate about and turn it into a business. Usually, it may not be the exact same thing,
Right.
but usually there's a way to have a congruent business based off of what your expertise are and what you're passionate about. Usually.
Yeah. My wife is a great example of that. So she's a licensed board certified behavior analyst. She has the license to modify people's behaviors. So, but she focused on autism. So about 8 years ago, she worked for now our competitors. And at that time, I began my entrepreneurship journey. I began 2 different companies that failed miserably. And she got to a point where she was tired of going to work and working for companies who didn't give a fuck. So I'm like, yo, let's build an agency. Let's take my skills and your skills. Let's combine them.
Yeah.
You'll be the front, I'll be the back, and we'll build this thing. And a crazy idea built into an incredible agency where we service tons of families. We've been in business for over 7 years. a staff of 50 women, just about. I have very few men who work for me, you know, out of her passion.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're proof. Your wife is proof.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that would, so going back to the mentorship, that would be very fulfilling for me if I could create something like that.
You most certainly can.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll put it on the to-do list of all the other wonderful things we have.
And your clients for your coaching program should be your clients for your marketing program.
Makes total sense.
Just for shits and giggles, run an email marketing campaign to your current clientele.
Yep.
Saying that you're now offering business coaching. See how many bite.
Wow. Yeah.
And then just get on a Zoom call, ask ChatGPT what your first topic should be, and run.
It's that simple.
It's that simple, bro.
You know what I say to my employees now? So when they come up to me, I used to say this. They used to say, Eric, should I do this? And I would, because I want them to be problem solvers.
Right.
And I would say, well, what do you think you should do? And they'll say, well, I think I should do this or this, I was thinking. I go, well, if you had to pick one, what would you do? I think I'd go this one. I go, why? Well, because I think this is the best way to handle it. Give it a shot. I literally, I said, shoot out the email. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Right? So it's problem solving, right? Mm-hmm. Now I'm to the point where I'm like, did you ask ChatGPT first? I'm like, right? No more. You don't even need to problem solve anymore.
Yeah.
I'm like, did you ask ChatGPT? Because it's going to know better than me.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's something, fascinating world we're in today for sure.
How do you feel about AI?
I don't want to say I'm indifferent to it. That's probably the wrong way. I just think what we're able to use it to reduce a lot of our deliverables cost, which is incredible.
Yeah.
For sure. But we're also able to bring products to clients that maybe were unattainable. The idea of an app for the average HVAC contractor that maybe wants to do like a rewards program or something was unattainable or unrealistic or unnecessary.
Right. Costs for no reason.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whereas today, you can kind of put it together relatively easily if you know how to do it. And now you can bring a product to the marketplace that's reasonably priced and can have some value for the business. I have, I almost wish I had this guy on here with me. I have a guy in my team who's a Harvard grad in math, marketing degree from Vanderbilt.
Wow.
And he is the he's our operations guy. What is it, COO? I always get them all confused. And he's working on some stuff for us. And a lot of it's client deliverables, workflows. So I don't know. I think I'm embracing it. And I don't think it's going to wipe out marketing companies. And I don't want to be too long-winded with this. Mm-hmm. But I believe marketing companies are good if they go down the right path. Maybe I shouldn't give you these secrets, but I will. They go down this path, I think you're very safe. Content. Because we live in such a world where we get cold calls, we get robocalls, people calling from India, people calling from Brazil. We've been scammed. We get the emails, hey, this person told me to call you, or it's a PayPal thing.
Right.
Asking me to send some money or whatever it is, right? We've all seen the scam. Some of us
Nigerian prince.
Yeah. Oh, that crap. Yeah. And unfortunately, it's the old people that usually fall for it.
Oh, yeah.
Which is sad, right? But anyway, so we've all seen scams. And now with the introduction of AI, AI content being made, I think it's going to create even more.
As a podcaster, I needed a place to share my voice and hear other stories. That's how Forge Studios was born. A place created not just for me, but for everyone searching for something more. An environment where as soon as you walk in, you feel the energy and you feel welcomed. Where being seen and heard is part of the experience. A place for entrepreneurs to share their journey, for creators to bring ideas to life, for businesses to grow authentically. A space that values mental health, encourages real conversations, and supports those who turns ideas into impact. Here at the Forge Studios, creativity, culture, and purpose aligns and comes together to help you create something greater. A place where we leave the filters behind and we start expressing ourselves for real. The Forge Studio. Your journey starts here. Your impact starts now.
Massive distrust, massive, widespread distrust.
Yeah,
And trust is the most important currency there is by far,
I agree.
right? So this personal brand element, this podcast element, I think is really going to be the only way an individual can cut through the noise and be credible. So that's where I'm trying to steer the company right now,
Makes sense.
is developing podcasts for our clients. That's why I'm so fascinated by this. I'm trying to think about the best way to do it for them, right? In the most affordable way that's not whacking them, right? And helping them all realize how important a personal brand is.
Yes.
So building that, and the personal brand is the star on the Christmas tree,
Oh, yes.
right?
It's everything.
It's everything.
Once you have that, you can sell anything. Mm-hmm. You know?
So I'm embracing AI is what I'm getting at. And I got to work on my personal brand. You know, I have like 60,000 TikTok followers. I have like 16,000 on Instagram, but that's not enough. And it's not, I know it's not just about followers,
Right.
but to talk the game, I got to walk it. So I'm really committed. We got some big plans for our content moving forward. So,
Do you think AI is going to replace a lot of your staff?
yes. Yeah.
In how long?
I think for what we do, it's interesting. Account managers and salespeople are very important. There's that bond, there's that relationship.
Yes.
I think they're pretty safe. Because the 58-year-old guy we were talking about, he wants to talk to somebody.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying?
He doesn't want an AI robot.
He doesn't want, right? So I think they're all pretty safe, but certain web developers, et cetera, but maybe rather than having 6 of them, we have 2 of them, and they're using AI to do all the development.
Right.
Right?
Right.
So, yeah, I could easily see that. I think we'll probably go down in deliverable employees, but theoretically, that would help us go up in account managers and salespeople.
Right.
That's an interesting thought, right? Maybe we have 700 salespeople and all AI delivering everything.
Interesting.
Right?
Yeah.
I just solved it. That's what I'm going to do.
You're welcome.
That's what I'm going to do. I got to go call the wife, tell her a new business plan. Yeah. No, for sure. But it's, and here's what I will say about AI. I don't think anybody exactly knows how this is all going to end up.
Yeah.
It feels like an experiment. It's either going to be a really good one or a bad one. And it's kind of like, we all know, I think Elon Musk said, what's the chances it's going to turn into Skynet and kill us like the Terminator? I think he said something crazy like 20%. But we're all just like, all right, let's give it a shot.
Whatever.
Yeah, whatever happens, happens. But on the same end, to bring this back, I do feel there's such a spiritual awakening occurring right now.
Yeah.
It's obvious.
Yes.
The young kids aren't drinking and doing drugs like their parents were.
Yeah.
Right? I was talking with a business in upstate New York, a winery, and they're really struggling financially because they usually relied on the young people to do the wine tours and go out and do bachelor parties and bachelorette parties. Nobody's getting all messed up anymore on these wine tours.
Wow.
I was like, good for them.
Yeah.
You know, God
Quite
bless.
a change. Yeah.
So there's a spiritual awakening going on. So I'm not scared of AI because I've spiritually never been more comfortable in my life.
Where do you see yourself for the next 5 years? Where do you want to be?
Truthfully, I would love it if the company could get to a point where we'll easily be doing $2 million a week by then. There's zero doubt in my mind. $100 million company with wild EBITDA, okay? And if I could break off and at the young age of 50, be a mentor to young men or to discouraged men and women, that would be very rewarding. So if I ever have a private plane, it's not necessarily for the Instagram picture. It's so I can take it to Mexico and grab all those freaking homeless little dogs, man, and get them into a giant cart, a massive truck, and take them to maybe some giant homeless shelter, dog homeless shelter I made on the border of Texas or something. I'm a big animal lover. It would be very fulfilling to do humanitarian missions and animal missions to really try to make an impact, because I'm soft when it comes to animals, man. But that would
I was not expecting that one. That
really?
was a good one.
Oh,
yeah.
no, I am. No, yeah, no, in 5 years, and I'll still be involved with the business for sure. But if you asked me, perfect case scenario,
Yeah.
if we're doing $100 million and I'm, making half of that a year, and I can make that type of impact on the world, are you kidding me? That would be more fulfilling than anything, for sure.
Would you sell it? The company?
That's interesting. People ask me that all the time. There's a part of me that likes being in it, and there's a part of me that wants to keep playing that uncle role for people. So if I sell it, where can I do that?
You can sell 60%.
Yeah, get a nice little check.
Keep 40. You're still in it.
And then somebody's my boss, right? Is that how that works?
I mean, not really.
Okay. They say, hey, you know what you're doing? Keep doing it.
Not really.
I'll sell them 49%.
There you go.
Yeah, no, a wealth event for some of my top people, yes, that would be unbelievable. I have some people that I don't take this lightly. They're betting on me, right? They're betting on me. They're getting behind me, and they're saying, you know what? This fucking guy's going to take me further than I can take myself.
I know exactly what you mean.
Right? So for that reason, that inspires the heck out of me. But, at some point, so I like that, though, because I'm not going to let them down. And, to completely walk away at some point, that'd be tough. But sure, a wealth event for my top people, can't wait. You're listening? Send me some offers, but we ain't talking no 55%, maybe 49%.
Talk to me after you have 2 kids.
Fair. Fair. No, I know. And they're coming.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. All right. I'll come back on here after my second boy.
Yeah.
And then
It's going to change your life. You're like, bro, I want to go to the beach and play with my kid.
Yeah. No, and I'm not immune to that. I understand that's a possibility too.
Yeah.
I do. But
Man, what an incredible conversation.
yeah, I agree.
We've been at this for 2 hours.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. I mean, I could keep going, but I gotta go pack for Europe.
Yeah, you're leaving literally. What time's your flight? Tomorrow?
11 out of Lauderdale.
Okay.
But I gotta pack 2 weeks worth of stuff.
Where are you flying to first?
New York City.
Okay.
And
then Paris.
7-hour flight to Paris. Yeah.
Got it.
Air France. First
That's
class.
dope.
Dude, I don't even, my wife, she's so happy now. Last thing I'll say, I've never spent a lot of money on things because I heard Matt Damon, the famous actor, say one time, he goes, you know, paying for first class is really the most outrageous, expensive thing in the world. I just fly coach all the time. And I was like, Matt Damon can fly coach. I'm fucking flying coach. So finally, I started dabbling in first class a little bit, and I told my wife, I was like, all right, we'll do it like this from now on. She goes, fuck Matt Damon.
I agree. Fuck Matt Damon.
You know?
There's nothing like first class.
Oh, I know. Yeah. No, it's different.
Yeah, it really is.
This thing, Air France, I'll send you a picture of it.
Please do.
It's all set up. Like it's sleep time, TVs, like
That's
it's really
awesome.
hooked up. Yeah. They probably bring you grapes and
Feed you
cheese.
and shit.
You know what I'm saying? They probably feed it for you.
Yeah. That's awesome.
So, yeah, we're gonna have fun.
You enjoy that, bro.
I will, dude. Pleasure meeting you, dude.
Pleasure meeting you.
Yeah, this won't be the last time.
No,
sure.
definitely not. Incredible.
Yeah, this is cool.
Do me a favor. Look at that camera.
Yep.
Let everybody know where they can find you.
I have a new handle, Eric Winegard Official. You can learn about me there, learn about my philosophy, my sales philosophy, my life philosophy. Obviously, you can Google my company, Rare Blue Moon Marketing, but Eric Winegard Official, keep it official.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Man, you dropped so much knowledge today.
I appreciate that. Yeah.
You really did.
Okay. I mean, you too, man.
You really did.
You too. You too. That was fun.
I can see that you are an incredible leader, an incredible entrepreneur. I wish you nothing but the best.
I appreciate that, man. I
Yeah,
really
man.
do. Back at you. Everything you said about me, I feel wholeheartedly about you too. So thank you.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah. Awesome.
Guys, go follow this man. Let's get his number up. Let's get him more followers. If you're an entrepreneur, if you're a coach, even though I have a marketing company, go work with my man, Eric. He is going to get you to the place where you need to be, looking right, looking sharp, and I'm going to help him on that podcast for his clients too. We're going to get that going. Guys, like, subscribe, hit that bell notification, and we'll see you guys next time.